Sometimes I ask myself, why bother? Why bother with anything at all? After all, so many people do it better than me. There are so many beautiful videos out there, so cinematic, so poetic, and so relatable. And then there's me, fumbling around with my phone, using a rickety tripod, being a complete noob. What on earth is a lot? And what's white balance? But nothing good in my life has come easy. From a very young age, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. to study. People at my school thought I was this genius child, but they didn't see my head hitting the books at dawn because I was so tired and dozing off. When exam grades would come out, my mum would hear about them before I got home. 85 for maths, 96 for environmental studies. What happened to maths then? The school mom's gossip network was faster than light. In hindsight, I'm sure lots of kids would have been delighted with an 80. Sadly, that wasn't me. At 13, I had my first lucky break. I became the girlfriend of the most charming, handsome boy at school. He had dimples, he was popular, and I couldn't believe that he wanted to go out with someone like me. As Taylor Swift said, back then I swore I was going to marry him someday. I moved to the UK at 16 to study engineering, and it was the hardest thing I'd ever done. All alone in a strange country, away from everything and everyone I knew. The distance turned out to be a good thing because I eventually got the courage to break up with that charming, handsome boy after years of being in a toxic relationship that left mental and physical scars. I struggled a lot at uni, but those struggles forced me to cultivate what morsel of self-discipline I had to do things I didn't want to do but had to, in the hopes of a better me and a better life. I didn't want to get out of bed when it was so bloody cold. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to speak to anyone. But I did, over and over and over again. I came top of my class. I found my future husband. I made lifelong friends. I even did a PhD. I then changed my career completely. When I look back at everything, I wonder, how is it possible that I'm here now? Do you know the Japanese art of mending broken pottery with gold lacquer? It's called kintsugi, and my life has become a kintsugi cup, more beautiful and more precious than if it had never been broken at all. Even when it's hard, there is so much beauty to find. That's why I bother. Even if I have a gazillion things to do, from redecorating our house to pursuing a new business idea, I'm gonna keep making these videos for myself. There won't be an 80, but it's forcing me to slow down and spot the first daffodil and catch the vibrancy of winter sunlight on ivy when most people are rushing by, unaware of all this beauty. William B. Irvine would remind me that there are people who would dream to be where I am now, fumbling around with my phone, using a rickety tripod, being a complete noob,